Testing. Testing. Testing 1, 2. There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Alright guys, good evening. It is I once again, Cave Dad Gaming, coming live from the cave with Cave Dad Gaming. Good evening everybody. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and read a verse that stuck out with me today from 1 John chapter 1, and we're going to go verses 8 to 10. So it says, if we claim we have no sin, we are only fooling ourselves and not living in the truth. But if we confess our sins to him, he is faithful and just to forgive our sins and to cleanse us from all wickedness. If we claim we have not sinned, we are calling God a liar and showing that his word has no place in our hearts. So this is telling you that none of us are perfect and we can't pretend like we are. I'm a sinner. I have sinned. I sinned. I just folded to lust a couple days ago. I'm not perfect. I will never be. And that's why I lean to God. That's why no matter what I do, it will never measure up to the effort and the job that Christ has done to save us from damnation, which is, his sacrifice. So, but we have to confess it to him, not just each other, but to God. You have to, man. Don't hide from him. Take it from my experience. When you sin, don't get caught up in that doubt, in that fear of having to talk to him. Now I'm a father and I'm starting to understand that, I just pray that when my kids do something and they're scared, I don't want them to be scared that they can't talk to me and be honest. And God wants the same thing from us. I still need to talk to him more. Like I said, I get not only is, the lust, the sin, but also the gluttony. I like to eat a lot. The thoughts, the feelings, the pride, the ego, the jealousy. I've been jealous of close friends, family, people in general. I have been, and I've also been very naive, and I've done a lot of messed up things. I've hurt people, I've said mean things, I've put my hands on people, fits of rage. I've done all that, man, and I pay for it. Like it says, we reap what we sow, and that's the truth, bruh. We reap our actions. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we do, we gotta deal with the consequences, the feelings, the emotions, everything. And I'm not perfect, but God saved me, man. God continues to save me, and I don't pray to him as much as I should. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't pray as much as I should. I don't pray how I should. Just keep it honest with y'all. Will ever come a day that I will? I really hope so. I have done it before, and I can tell you that it is real. But you have to put the time aside for it. You do have to put time into it. So, and if we say that we have no sin, then it's like Christ died for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just standing here and letting you know that, yeah, bro, like, I have dealt with a lot of things. I have done a lot of things that is frowned upon amongst people. But, you know, through God, He knows that I am that, so I can't hide from Him. You know, He knows my heart. As people say, God knows my heart, and I don't mean that just in I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that because He knows how evil and vile and impatient and, you know, self-loathing and self-righteous, self-ambitious, how selfish I can be. Yet He still works in my life. He still calls on me to talk to Him, to pray to Him, you know. So if He could do that with me, He could do that with everybody, anybody and everybody. We just have to be receptive, man, you know. And the way you do that is by spending time with Him, and not just reading the Word, but spending time with Him and just listening to what He needs done in our life, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, that was 1 John 1 chapter 1 verses 8 through 10. So the game I'm gonna be playing tonight is the game that I've been playing for about a week now, which is Halo 1 Combat Evolved on the Anniversary Edition here on the Xbox Game Pass. Thank God they had this promotion for $1. You know, you can get 2 weeks, you know, the Game Pass, the the premium. I didn't get the ultimate, but I was blessed enough to be able to play Halo. It's one of my most favorite games of all time. You know, have a lot of experience with it, you know what I'm saying? Well, Halo 1, I believe it or not, beat Halo 2 when I was, I want to say 9th and 10th grade. And Halo 1 I came close to beating. Started playing it in 2022, 2023, and 2024 before I, you know, gave the Xbox to my pops to sell. But yeah, man, so thank God I was able to pick up where I left off. I've been playing it, now I'm in the library. Yeah, I did the flood. So we're just gonna do this one, man. We're gonna resume. This was a hard stage for sure, I remember. Alright. 343. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's see. Where you at, bro? Oh, that's flashlight. Ooh. I don't know, playing, okay, so Anniversary Edition does look nicer, right? But for some reason the flood doesn't look as terrifying as it does in the original. Like this, it looked more creepy right here. And it made me realize how heavily influenced this game is by Half-Life. Definitely, but I see the Half-Life influence in this game. I didn't realize it. Could be wrong, but that's my opinion. I see Half-Life when I see like the flood and this type of thing right here. Dude, and no lie, like, playing this game, dude, it made me really love it because of this, the flood. It had such a good vibe to it, man. Like, Halo has, like I said, the colors, the vibe, the enemies, everything about it was just like, the aesthetic, man, was really, really good.
We are near the next unit. Follow me.
Ooh, That's 12 bullets. I'm playing on normal though. I feel like when I was playing on the Xbox, it was way more tougher, bro. Ooh, what the heck was that? Where's the health at?
The energy field above us contains the index. We must get up there.
It doesn't look bad though. The anniversary edition does not look bad at all, bro. I don't know. To me, it looks pretty good. And like I said, sorry that on my live stream, the frame rate doesn't look as good as what I'm seeing here. It looks so smooth when I'm playing it on this computer, but whenever I live stream it doesn't, I guess, come out as good. At least the frame rate. But yeah, it's all good. There we go. Oof. Look at that. Oof. Let's get him. So, ooh. Flying, dude. Ooh, dang, he looks crazy. You see how it looks on the phone? Yeah, it actually looks dope. Oh, damn, they got me. That was intense, yo. Damn, actually playing it like this isn't bad, yo. I like how it looks, yo. There we go. Need some more ammo for the rifle. I need freaking. There we go. This is the hard part right here. I remember. Oof. Okay, cool. Alright, dang, I got him. I do need some health, bro. He's a wink, dude. I might just have him come over here and play Halo with me. Alright. Nice, man. Yeah, it looked actually pretty cool. I don't know if it was because I was playing on my TV, I couldn't see them as well. But let's see. Oh, we got ammo, baby. looks cool like this, man. I gotta embrace it more. Ooh, there we go. Alright, so when I was playing Halo, I want to say, was this... I think this is as far as I got when I was playing on the original Xbox. For those that don't know, man, my pops, he's still kind of heavy, but every now and then, my pops was heavy into like flipping storages, right? Like storages and you know, just flip them. You know what I'm saying? Like buy them and see what there was in them, try to sell the abandoned storages, you know. And sometimes he got some good stuff, but I got some shoes from him. I'll never forget one day he came, bro, and he was like, yo, he had found an original Xbox, bro. And I was just mind blown. I was like, no way. And it had the original Halo in it. And I never played Halo Combat Evolved. When I first played Halo, it was like 04, 05. 2005, and I was playing, I played Halo 2, because my uncle, him and his homeboy got into an argument, and my uncle ended up giving me his Xbox, his homeboy's Xbox, and it had Halo 2 on it, and the Steelbook, the steel case one, the special edition, was amazing, bro. So I ended up playing that, and yeah, I remember this part.
The security doors have sealed automatically. I will go access the override to open them.
Alright. So I started Halo with Halo 2. Beat that game. I don't remember it at all. I just remember playing. I remember playing as also like the Covenant alien. I forget his name, but I remember that. So that was 04, 05. Fast forward 18 years later, bro. And you know, like I said, pride. You know, I've done a lot of crazy things with my pride, and one of them was getting kicked out twice from my house. And I kicked out twice. Pretty much, you know, I stayed at my parents' house, and that's, you know, one day when I'm in there, you know, I came back from work, and my pops came in, and he was like, "Yo, I found a storage, and look what it had," and it had the original Xbox in it, you know, and
the flood must not escape the installation. They consume all.
Oh Lord. Are they escaping? Oh, I can't let them escape, bro. Okay. Oh no, why do I keep on? Let's go to the last checkpoint. Sorry, bro. I can't let them escape. Oh, what? Oh, Lord. What did I do? Great. But, yeah, man. My pops came in and he was like, yo, I found an Xbox and a storage, and how much was the storage? He bought the whole storage unit for $50. I bought the Xbox for $50. I was like, bro, yeah. Bro, it's funny how God works, right? Deep down, I want an Xbox, like, so bad, so bad, but like for a long time, because I've always been drawn to Halo, right? Like, I've always liked it, the aesthetic, the world, just the stuff. love sci-fi, and to me it's like the perfect like sci-fi setting, you know. And whatever I started like, so I got the Xbox. It was old. It was dusty, super dusty. I cleaned it. I opened it up. I cleaned it, which I've never done before to a system. I took it to the PS4. The Xbox was the first one that I really like did it. So and I cleaned the Xbox. It came with Halo 1, but the Halo 1 was scratched really bad. It had like a chunk of the cover missing. The front of the CD was there's this website that I hit up called Lucky LUKI. I bought from them before. I bought Bully for PS2, and I bought Up for Mark Echo as well on the PS2. Oh, what the heck? He killed me. So whatever, I bought them. That website, bro. I bought a lot of games from that website because I bought the PS2 games, right, which was Bully and Getting Up, the Mark Echo game. Great condition, no scratches. They're really perfect. If they resurfaced it, boy, they did a great job. Let me tell y'all, they did fantastic. Those games still work. I still have them to this day. I bought PS3 games from them. Yeah, I got GTA 4, The Last of Us. I also got Mickey for the Wii, but it doesn't work. I think that's because of the Wii. I don't know. It was the game. That works. And then I bought the Halo. So I bought Halo 1 and I bought Xbox One. Like, not the original, the one that came out, the smaller one. Bro, they work I got them. Perfect. Everything. I started playing Halo 1, bro, in 02, 03. And during that time, I was separated with my girl, bro. They kept me so sane. Like, really sane. Like, super sane. Because I was going through a crazy phase in my life, man. I was separated. And it wasn't, like, just regular because a breakup is a breakup, but then we have kids, we're living together, we have just our daughter, and we're living together, and then now here I am living with my mom's. So it was a weird transition for me, and I was single at the time when I thought I was, and here I am just, trying to live the single life, and it doesn't hit the same no more because I'm used to being a family man, and here I am trying to live a single life. But it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the same. It wasn't in the same. And I can't lie, bro. Halo and what's this game called? Breath of the Wild, bro. That's why I put those games in my greatest of all time games because honestly, they kept me out of trouble. I still was kind of in trouble today. I was still good. That was around the time that I started turning to God. trust the process with allowing him to guide me. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man, like, I kept the Xbox for a while. The last level I played before I started doing it to my brothers. I just know that experiencing this game for the first time in that room, you know, I was staying in my mom and my dad's it's not a guest room. We had this thing called the chilling room, right? Since we were kids. It's pretty much like a man cave, you know, the man cave. My pops had a little man cave in his house, and my dad let me stay in there, you know, to get myself situated, and I don't want to fall in it. You know, he allowed me to get situated in there, and he allowed me to get back up on my feet. Little by little, me and my girl started talking. You know, when I would come home, and I would chill, and then I was still smoking, I was still drinking, but I was letting it go little by little. Someone was telling me that it wasn't the same no more. You know, like smoking and drinking just wasn't the same. So I stopped. And you know, my boy Mike, a friend of mine that I used to hang out with a lot when we were younger. I seen him recently. He changed. You know, he said something that really, you know, stuck with me. He still want to drink and want to smoke, but trying to make a change, and it's true. It's like so many times I want to go back to smoking and drinking. I might have a beer every now and then, but it's not like how it used to be. But you know, it's crazy to think how much God has his hand in my life. I feel it. Sometimes we might feel distant. Reality, bro, God is with us every day, whether you know it or not. You know, he's there, bro. You know, that's why I had to kind of like turn to him more. But lately, I've been having a lot of thoughts, man. You know, that's the enemy. You know, like I said, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and he does that from the inside. The work is way on your mind, but you gotta understand that certain things that he's telling you, that's not from God. It says God did not give us a spirit of fear, so whenever you feel like you're being extremely scared or terrified, or your brain's telling you to worry so much, just know that that's not of God.
This way, please. This installation's research facilities are most impressive. Perhaps one of the
I know I'm talking a lot, but you know, I just want to be able to hopefully help somebody. You know, and you don't know what's going on. Just right away, brother. You know, our sister. And then when you know, if you're born, just give up, you know, and you have to, because it's true, it's like a storm, dude. Sometimes you gotta ride the rough waves before you get to some chill waters, you know. So just keep hanging on in there. Your boat will eventually get to a peaceful area, you know. Just have faith, man. Have faith that God will bring you through, you know. Dang, that was felt like Pineapple Express when he shot the guy after he ran him over. It's like you don't have to do that, bro. I need some health, yo. Playing on the anniversary graphics though are pretty good, yo. I didn't realize it. But it's true, I guess they lit up the areas, you know. It is a bit darker, but it does give it more of a creepy tone. So, yeah, because the newer version, it's a little bit more lit up and nicer looking. I need to get some health though. Where the hell is that? Ooh. Am I supposed to like be up here? Keep missing. What the hell? Where is the health? Boy, need health. Oh no! Really, bro? That's why, man. My go game. Pretty much, I think it was one of my go games, if not the go game for me. So long, you know, when I got the Game Pass, I was just happy that I could play it, you know. So where's the health back? Xbox has such a different vibe to it, man. I love it. It has such a video game vibe. Like, it definitely does what it does really well. You know, I'm glad that this game exists. Coming.
Supplement your combat skill. Well, I suggest you upgrade to at least the class 12 combat skill. Your current combat movement scares which is ill-suited for this kind of work.
Who's here to help me?
the power flow to a rabbinic maintenance.
Which way am I going? Dang, it's gonna be 1 o'clock already. This is where you find a betrayal. Wait, it gets worse. That's hilarious. I love the titles for these, man. There'll never be a game like Halo, man. You know, a lot of games they definitely try to replicate, but yeah, man, definitely different. Okay, I already know what time it is when I start yawning like that. Oh, wait a minute, I see red. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's because of my screen, but it looks nice. Ooh, almost fell. Where I came from. Oh my god. Oh look, it's right here.
Flood activity has caused a failure in a drone control subsystem. I must reset the backup unit. Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I've completed my task.
Oh look right there. Boom, I needed these health packs. Boom, thank God. Oh, it's on. Shotgun sounds so mean on this one. It sounds just like the GTA 2 shotgun. The spaz. Wait, what is it saying? It says something about hold my monitor? Or hold my position. Let me see, hold your position until the monitor. Here, baby. Try one more time with that, y'all. Oh, sorry. I crashed into the mic. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. Oh no. No, y'all. If I got this far, let's see. Oh my lord, yeah. Damn, I'm gonna call it a night because I'm getting tired. Let's see.
The Sentinels can use their weapons to manage the flood only for a short time. Speed is of the essence.
Oh my lord, how embarrassing. I'm gonna just call it a night, y'all. That was my playthrough of Halo Combat Evolved. I have until the 18th to finish it, which I'm confident I will, by the grace of God. So, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry, I'm getting old and I'm tired. I gotta wake up early to take my daughter to school, but y'all have a blessed one. Love you. Jesus loves you more. Have a good night, y'all.